watching CTV 11.
For you and me, it's a perfect fit. Local and loving it.
Yes, I have just been presented with that award from Matthew Kyle. It's been the world's greatest morning show in and on Highway 72 in Athens, Alabama. Good morning, Matthew.
That's right.
Yeah.
Only right here.
Actually, that is Athens State Golden Eagle Marching Band, who won best band in the country. Some of them are in here this morning. We'll talk to the band director and all those folks in just a moment. Good morning, I'm Jamie Cooper. This is Athens in the AM on a glorious Friday morning. The weather could not be more picture perfect for Athens homecoming this afternoon and the parade and everything downtown Athens. Special guest already in here this morning, Matthew back from Haiti and Frank from parts unknown, professional wrestler. Actually, Frank Morales in here. He's our anger management specialist from Huntsville, Alabama. Go on, Frank.
Good morning there, Jamie. How are you?
And big Crimson Tide fan, too. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, roll.
We'll get his prediction just a little bit. Of course, Frank's in here this morning. If y'all got an anger problem, Frank's the man you need to see. Not Frank Scrimpture, but Frank Morales over there. Hey, the Athens band, all them folks are in here this morning, too. Not all of them. There's 4 of them in here this morning. Got up mighty early to come in, enjoy some Chick-fil-A. There they are. We're going to talk all about that great trophy and how they did down in Mississippi. Here's what else is coming up on this Friday morning edition of Cooper & Company Live right here on Highway 72 in Athens, Alabama. Frank, Matthew, and Athens band. I just told you all about that. And now let's go to Frank Scrimpture. Frank, you got any anger problems this morning you need to address?
No, not at the present time.
Or you may have before I get through talking to you.
Probably will.
Yeah. All right. Frank, you was at East Limestone last night. How did their homecoming festivities go?
It went good. Had a good crowd for the parade and the pep rally. Went real good.
See,
They
if
ready.
I had taught you how to videotape, as Tony does, you could have shot some video of that, and I'd have it this morning.
Yeah, but I didn't have one.
I don't know how I'd ever get it in this morning. We ain't shot all the fillers. I showed 5 minutes of the fillers convention this morning. That's a good shot of Frank there, smiling from ear to ear like he's eating a banana sideways. We got a lot of stuff. You can call Tony this morning, 230-4988. You can text Gloria at 603-4848. Now, coming up before long, I'm going to have a new phone number where you can talk to me in person. Maybe. Where is my phone? Anyway, I'll tell you all more about that later. We got a lot of stuff happening this morning. I got some stories we'll talk about. We'll talk to the band later on this morning. But text Gloria at 603-4848 if something's going on this weekend we need to know about. Right now, let's go to the weather because I don't think it could be more picture perfect.
You don't think so. And he won't answer his phone when he gives out that number, so you don't even have to worry about it. Let's go to the forecast. 50. It's in the 50s, 52 to 54 out there this morning. Going to be an absolutely beautiful day, and not only today, but the weekend as well. High temperatures of 87, low of 47 today. Tomorrow, 89. It just gets better and better. I love 80s and 90-degree weather. I know many of you like it to stay 50 to 70, but those lows will get there. Low of tomorrow of 50. Extended forecast looking like it is going to finally rain. We thought Monday, but now not until Tuesday, possibly Wednesday and Thursday. 230-4988 gets us this morning. I do want to say Shea Lee's by Muse had their grand opening yesterday. They had a big deal, and Miss Eileen Terry and Robin Abernathy want to thank everyone for coming out and making it a huge success.
I found my phone.
You did. I cut the ringer off just a little while ago.
Well, you don't know. Nobody knows my number. You know it, Matthew.
I know your number.
Why don't you ever call me?
You don't answer.
That's
Huh?
right. You don't
answer. I call you, and you don't answer. I have to call Gloria to get in touch.
Oh, wait a minute.
with
I'm shooting video right now and didn't even know it.
Well, cut it off.
Huh?
Now let's see who he sends
Rick
it
Moe
to.
called me last night. I didn't call him back because I was in bed. Rick never called me at 7:30. I had to go to bed early, Frank.
Is that a picture of you as your screensaver?
No, it's a picture of her in a bathing suit with my screensaver. Before I get started, Matthew, you're not limping or
Don't
anything, are
lose
you?
that phone.
you. No, I'm
We
good.
were at the Fillers Convention, and one of the craftsmen down there had a bunch of these canes. He said, give this to Matthew. He seems like a nice guy.
That's
I don't-
good.
But it's made like a cow.
Oh,
Hey,
There you
that's
go.
good. A cow spotted cane. You know, one day I'll need this, so hey, it'll come in handy. I appreciate it. So,
Before we get started this morning, Frank, I want to report some sad news.
what?
Charlie the Smoking Chimp has died. That's right. A spokesman for the Central South African city says that Charlie has been a fixture at the small zoo. Said the chimp died at 52 years old. Show his picture. Zoo officials noticed about 5 years ago that visitors were tossing cigarettes to Charlie, and he was mimicking smokers and walked around smoking all the time in the zoo.
Oh,
but
my
Charlie
goodness.
passed away at 50. How long is chimp supposed to live anyway?
I don't know. I thought longer than 50 years, though. I don't know.
Not if he's smoking.
No?
Anyway, well, Matthew, how was your trip to Haiti? I just want to get that sad news out to start with.
We
Sad.
well, I mean, it's there's sad. There's a lot of sad things about it. I mean, it was a good trip in that we put the roof on the church and helped put in a water filtration system and so some things that were really needed. But there is a lot of poverty there, and there's a lot of just need. Without the earthquake, there's still people. We went to an orphanage, and like I was telling Gloria a minute ago, there's 95 kids there sleeping on a dirt floor.
Whoa.
I mean, it's in a, they live in mud huts, and the adults are caring for them the best they can. They just don't have the resources to do it, They eat they said they eat once a day when they have food, so that means there's lots of days that they don't.
You got a bunch of
Don't eat
pictures
it
from
all.
down there you'll share with us at a...
I do. I got some I'll bring and share with you.
But yet,
Wow.
you were still able to watch the Bama game.
I did. We got back in Saturday, flew into Atlanta. We missed about half of the first quarter, but
It was over by then.
Well, I know it. So there's a app on the iPhone that you can get CBS Sports, and you can watch it live. It's a pretty clear picture.
Yeah, they're a little
Occasionally it
bigger than
hangs
we
up,
are currently.
Yeah.
Now, Frank,
When
what
are
do
you
you
gonna have an app?
Yeah, I know. I don't even have it. I can't even get it on my phone.
You
Frank,
have an
you don't
old
even have my
phone.
number, so that tells you how much we communicate. Frank is, y'all may well know this. Frank hadn't been back with us since about a month, but Frank I'm a graduate of anger management, ain't I, Frank?
He tells you not to tell people that.
Yes, I don't know how many times I have to say
I'm your
that.
star graduate, probably.
And I don't have your
In his
phone
own
number,
head.
and you don't have mine.
What
She has
What are
mine.
we going to be talking about today when you and Gloria hook up here and talk about something?
We're going to probably talk about how change induces anger and about how things have changed from the old days. A little bit about fear and intimidation.
Something I know nothing about, but I
Yeah.
do. All right, I'm going to get off here on a thing that's in the paper this morning. I don't understand this. She's been trying to get me to take yoga over at Sportsfield. Like spinning ain't enough.
Well, it's good for your back since you've had, back
Well, listen to this, Matthew. A Southern Baptist leader who is calling for Christians to avoid yoga and its spiritual attachments is getting plenty of pushback from enthusiasts who defend the ancient practice. Southern Baptist Seminary President Albert Moeller says the stretching and meditative disciple derived from Eastern religion is not a Christian pathway to God. He says he objects to the idea, quote, that the body is a vehicle for reaching consciousness with the divine. That's just not Christianity.
Well, they don't tell us to pray in yoga.
Yoga fans say their numbers have been growing. Right now there's almost 16 million people, or nearly 7% of adults, taking yoga. Almost 7% of them are Southern Baptist.
I don't understand that at all. I mean, you're not talking any religion
Well, I
when
haven't
you're in there.
maybe that's a good excuse for me not to take yoga.
No,
I ain't even won't
No.
take it
it's
anyway.
not.
No.
No,
Huh?
it's not.
It's a form of relaxation, and in
Right.
today's world, we have
Not
so much
according to
stress.
him, Frank.
You can think about
No.
whatever you want to think about. If you
Right.
want to
You
pray
don't know.
in
You're
there,
not
pray.
me. You're not in there. I may have an out-of-body experience or something in there.
Well, then I'm leaving you
Huh?
there.
Your brain
Then
is
I'm
always
leaving you
working
there.
so much. Your brain is working so much, it needs some relaxation.
Frank, sometimes
Yes,
my
it
brain is
does.
fried.
Yeah, sometimes. I don't know.
That's because of all the stupid things you did in your younger days.
Oh, by the way, speaking of that
Bottom
guy, that killer yesterday, we'll talk more about him later. He's supposed to be moving to Arizona. I'll have that in the news, though. Got dismembered his stepfather, gets out of prison after 10 years.
Saw
Living in
that.
Huntsville?
The one in Huntsville.
Said he was crazy. Well,
How
if
do
he's
you-
crazy, why'd they let him out?
What's it like sitting
Then
around a
they,
dinner
they said it's drug
table?
induced now, and they said it was paranoia, schizophrenia before.
I
Yeah.
can go look around this
Wow.
room and probably find somebody like that. There's one of them over there right now
Leave
looking for
Frank
something to eat. I got one other weird story out of the news this morning. Now, any of y'all wear contacts?
Yes, Lee Anderson.
All right, everybody's clear except for Lee, our director, like he needs to see something.
He's got a picture of you right now.
Phoenix. An Arizona woman accidentally glued her eyes shut when she mistook super glue for her eye drops.
Wow. Lee, I can't
The
believe you
woman
said that.
had contact surgery a year ago. She was reaching Matthew for what she thought was one of her half-dozen eye drop medications.
Wow.
The burning sensation told her immediately something wasn't right.
Well, what happened? Was he
Duh.
okay?
The eye drop and super glue bottles are nearly identical.
Why were they
After
together?
putting super glue in her eye, she tried washing it out. How'd that go, Frank?
Not too good.
But the quick drying substance did what it was supposed to do and sealed her eye shut.
Well, what happened?
I'm glad you asked.
Well, hurry up.
She got to the hospital and the staff cut off the hardened glue covering her eye. Once the eye was wide open, doctors washed it out to prevent major damage.
Lucky for her.
Matthew, don't you wear contacts?
I don't wear contacts. No, sir. That sounds very painful, though. I can only imagine.
Don't ever put the super glue
That'd
next
make
to
somebody
any
mad,
drops.
Frank.
Just a tad.
Scared.
Yeah.
But you know, they couldn't do too much with it. Ooh.
Let me get that glue in
How'd that go
super
again,
in your
Frank?
mouth. Good one, Frank.
Not like they're going to be
I love it. People
hitting
do
anyone.
stupid things besides me. All right, hey, you're watching Cooper Company Live on a Friday morning, heading into an absolutely glorious weekend here in Athens with homecoming tonight down
Be
at Athens
beautiful.
Golden Eagle Stadium. The parade later on this afternoon. We'll talk to the band director and all those folks here in just a moment about these big trophies.
Congratulations.
Someday,
the
somebody's going to
band.
give me one of those trophies saying the #1 morning show ever in Athens, Alabama.
I doubt it.
As soon as you buy one.
Yeah, that's right. I guess
We
I know
got to
what
take
I'm
a break.
getting
I'll
for
come back with
Christmas.
ZNN in just a moment. Y'all hang on.